I don't understand it myself. But here is what I can tell you. I was one way, and now I am completely different.
I left the life behind when I became a Christian, and I dramatically changed and became this completely new, morphed person that doesn't think or care about anything that I did in my past. The transition from a gang member to an ex-gang member in prison culture is a shell shock. The whole point of the gang membership in prison is safety in numbers, and then eventually the accumulation of power. So leaving that behind and changing, it's kind of ironic because it's like I'm leaving what I thought was a powerful lifestyle, but it was really a lifestyle of cowardice, and stepping into one of true power and being able to stand on my own 2 feet with Jesus behind me. I was just at a really, really dark, hopeless place. And my daughter's coming to see me. We have to do a through the glass. I can't hug her. And she's sitting there pouting like, and I'm like, daughter, what's going on? And she's like, I thought you loved me, Dad. And excuse me. I just kind of like lean back and I'm like, I do love you. Like, what do you mean? She's like, if you loved me, I'd be able to hug you right now. And I looked at her and she's like, whatever you're doing, I just want you to stop. Just stop. And I made the decision right there to just leave the gang. So I tell the people, like, man, I have to, it's called a smash out, but you basically have to almost get killed on your way out by the gang. And I went through that process. In that next step of not knowing what happens, that's when I find Jesus. I wasn't going to church. I actually stayed away from church the entire time I was in that lifestyle. And one of the guys that mentored me, his name was Jesse, and he's like, man, just come to church. And I started going down there. And they had talked about The Chosen. This is when I first hear about The Chosen, as a matter of fact. Watching a tangible, authentic Jesus, visually walking with it as it's going, like by the episodes in The Chosen, that gave me a different perspective. There's people in here that can't read at all. So they don't even have access to read the Bible. So that for them to even just watch the Bible, to have that impact them and see it. I've seen people here cry because they can't read, but they've watched the show and broke down crying because they can see the love that was coming through Jesus. I'm not what I once was. That's what I latch onto right there, because I felt like I didn't deserve to be saved until I was able to be saved by Jesus. And it shows that on the show, and that's what resonates with me the most, is that I can see it. I have a lot of failures. I have a lot of limps within me. Or whatever I've been through, I know that with Jesus, I can just keep pushing through. My testimony will help somebody somewhere down the line as long as I just stay faithful, because it's not about my personal gain. It's about glorifying God. There's something I know I can do to change somebody's life. There's something I know I can do to save the next person's life in Jesus' name.